a refreshing sense of revival in the music world lately as it blends new ways and new genres in new ways. Artistry is starting to feel more inspired and fans reconnect with the emotional depth of sound. Perhaps it's the rise of independent artists using the use of social media who no longer rely solely on massive record labels to share their music and all that. This shift fosters creativity, making music feel raw, real, and more engaging. Another reason music feels better lately is because the wave of nostalgia meeting innovation. Artists are pulling older influences and older samples, classic R&B, early 2000s pop, golden age hip-hop, and reinventing them in ways that feel both familiar and fresh. Whether it's sampling beloved songs, reviving production techniques that once defined an era, there's a satisfying sense of history being honored and while pushing forward into new artistic territory. Genres are breaking barriers like we've never seen before because more people are wanting to become musicians and more better musicians inflate the market, and that fluidity is breathing new life into the industry. Pop infused with like elements of jazz, hip-hop, electronic, all these type of harmonies, and rock and soul. There's no need to conform to rigid definitions anymore due to the record labels not having too much of a say of the market base. Music's always been dynamic. And because music's always been dynamic, listeners appreciate the unexpected. Artists aren't afraid to experiment, resulting in sounds that some are bad, some challenge norms, and even surprise longtime fans. Music's resurgence isn't just about the artists, it's about the fans. People are craving deeper connections with music again, whether that's through live performances, fan-driven movements, or even making a vinyl, whatever comeback they're trying to do. After years of music being consumed rapidly with short-lived distances, trends, there's a desire for something meaningful, something lasting. That emotional involvement that music used to have with the R&Bs, the jazz, the hip-hop, the music, the harmonies, the social norms, rock, soul, whatever. Accessibility of music is another factor. Streaming, it's always been there, but it's more accessible with Instagram Reels to find up and coming artists. Spotify shoveled all, ain't gonna do you too much justice. 2013 music artists wasn't just popping up out of nowhere, but it's kept a gated community. But also all the music that's coming out now is just the social media. It's also just changed the way that artists interact with their fans, creating a sense of closeness as it feels the passion, and the musicians share their creative processes, sneak peeks, and engage with their audiences. The traditional barriers between artist and fan have sort of faded with this Instagram, with this TikTok, with this music. Feel more personal, with the artists being supported and understood, that create with more authenticity, and listeners can feel that. Ultimately, music feels better again because it's evolving in the right direction. Creativity, connection, authenticity taking a center stage, making an era for artists to experiment without fear. And you always got to embrace music and your renewed excitement, even though Instagram Reels comments don't be doing it. But it's us, our job as fans, whether it's the rise of independent voices, the return of emotionally sang songwriting, or the merging of nostalgic sounds with new techniques. There's always something electrifying about the current era of music, and it's an era worth celebrating because it's better than the era that we're coming out of, and we're coming into the golden age again.